Here. So, as you know, Epic Store actually, well, changes up their game for mobile phones, and, well, Fortnite is a big game, right? It's a massive game, and it's massive on mobile platforms, it's massive on Android, it's massive on iOS. And the thing was that always when you purchase stuff, you kind of knew that 30% might go to Apple, right, to there, but now, well, let me tell you, definitely Epic is doing something that's quite interesting with their new direct payment method. So let's jump right to the news and let's check this out, because that definitely is quite interesting as the motorbikes are going down there. So let's take a look at it. So here we are. Epic offers new direct payment in Fortnite on iOS and Android to get around App Store fees. Again, that's around 30% of a fee. Plus V-Bucks get permanently discounted. Nice. I mean, so that's a win for players, definitely, right? That they can pay less and still receive the amount that they would normally pay for like $10, right? So it's 7 for $10 from what I've read already, and those fees are definitely are avoided on purpose. And there's a lot of companies, and I think a lot of companies will follow Epic stores and Epic in their direct type of payment. So let's take a look at the article. So today Epic announced the Fortnite Mega Drop, that's how they call it, and a permanent discount on V-Bucks and other cash purchases in-game of up to 20%. The developer is quick to point out that is not a sale, which is great, that they are, first, well, I'm not a fan of microtransactions in any games. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of, what is happening, right? Kids just spending tons of money on that. So before we're going to continue, I kind of hope that, well, even though it's a direct kind of way, right, which is, PayPal or through a credit card, they'll still be able, for parents to actually like lock their kids from spending that ton of money on that game. So these are new prices for the in-app currency in both PC and console version of the game, which is great. On mobile, however, things are a bit more complicated. Again, it's complete change of the price. PC, already have that console version, so Nintendo Switch, PS4 and Xbox One, and now the mobile, right? So on both iOS and Android, Epic has introduced a new direct payment option if you purchase V-Bucks or anything else in the game through either the App Store or a Google Play Store. It will cost the same as always, but the new direct option comes with the discount, which, again, definitely great for the people that are purchasing those stuff, but, it might be tempting. When you select it, the game sends you to a payment screen where you can choose either a credit card or a PayPal. Currently, there are no savings if players use Apple and Google payment options, where Apple and Google collect an exorbitant 30% fee. Okay, so I was right, 30% fee on all payments. So if we take a look at the screenshots over here, right there from the phone, you can kind of see that relatively 30% is the new payment lower, right? So we got $10, kind of 10%, like 20% actually, right? If you're gonna be like really into the math. So it's almost $10 for regular price in Apple App Store and $8, right, $7.99 for Epic Direct Payment. And if you really spend a lot on that game, definitely the savings are kind of accumulating, because it's better to spend 8 than 16, so that's already a $4 of saving, then more and more. But again, this is kind of that wormhole. It's like, okay, I'm saving money, it's great, it's still not good to pay that much money for, well, skins, right, and for those V-Bucks. So like, be careful with that, right? Especially if you have kids, so they will not actually spend all of their savings, because it was just huge story, right? The kids just spending all of their family savings on the Twitch, on Fortnite, all that stuff. So be careful here. It's actually how Epic's able to get around these fees, which again, it's quite interesting that they are doing that, get around. Probably more companies will follow. So there is a bit of a Q&A here, or the FAQ you might say. So why has Epic decided to implement its payment system for purchases inside Fortnite on iOS and Android? A valid question. And their answer is, by offering an alternate payment system, we're not only offering players more choice, but we are able to pass along the savings to players. It's like boohoo. Truly, we're showing Apple a middle finger and the Google middle finger. We don't need them to make money. I mean, kind of, but like, you know, we're not giving them that much money. That's kind of what it is. It's like a nice way of saying that for the players. Does a new payment method on mobile mean purchases there are less safe? Which is again a valid question that you might actually go, but again, like, no company will tell you yes, it's not really safe. So they are saying, no, thousands of apps on the App Store approved by Apple accept direct payments, including commonly used apps like Amazon, Grubhub, Nike, Sneakers, Best Buy, DoorDash, Fandango, McDonald's, Uber, Lyft, and StubHub. Which again, that's kind of true right now when you're purchasing something on Amazon, you know, it goes there, but it is kind of like an auction. It's a bit different thing, right? Because it's not really connected, you know, to the same way, and those are apps that are not video kind of, you know, quote unquote video games, right? So it is a bit different. Those are like a proper apps, and this is a game. So in-game purchases versus those, a bit different for me. We think all developers should be free to support direct payment in all apps. In operating Fortnite on open platform and operating the Epic Game Store, Epic has processed over 1 billion 600 million of direct payments successfully. What that is, wow, amount of dollars. Wow. And uses industry trusted encryption and security measures to protect customer transactions. Clearly, Apple and Google acknowledge that third-party payment services are safe and acceptable for goods of services. Epic Direct Payment simply offers players the same kind of payment options as these other apps. Okay, you know, definitely a great PR move, a great move towards the players here. Of course, the battle between Epic and mobile app stores isn't new. Exactly what I was saying, right? Kind of a middle finger there. In 2018, developer ignored Google Play completely when launching Fortnite on Android, before eventually giving in it earlier this year. After 18 months of operating Fortnite on Android outside of Google Play Store, we've come to basic realization, Epic said in the statement back in April. Google puts software downloadable outside of Google Play at its disadvantage through technical and business measures, such as scary repetitive security pop-ups for downloaded and updated software, restrictive manufacturer and carrier agreements and dealings. Google Public Relations characterizing third-party software sources as malware, and a new effort such as Google Play protect the outright block software obtained outside the Google Play Store. So literally it's like, well, you know, you guys, you were using that, you know, outside, you're using Android, but you're outside of Google Play. Well, you got to figure something out. So they kind of merged, you know, they figured that out. The company has been similarly critical of Apple Store fees, joining the likes of Spotify, Magic Group, with CEO Tim Sweeney frequently speaking out about it. Again, those 30%, you know, that they have to give. So, you know, here we got a tweet from Tim Sweeney. Apple has gone crazy if colleagues hold virtual classes through an iPhone app. Apple could demand 30% of the tuition. Truly, Apple has no right to take any percentage of any company's revenue just because they made the phone. That is true. That is kind of outrageous that it's up there with 30%, and of course those companies still have to pay taxes, you know, they still hire people, and there's like a lot of things that go, and you know, getting and you know, just taking 30% is huge. I think if Apple would just go like 5%, no one would be like, yeah, people are like, you know what, cool, 5%, leave it. 30, that is a huge deal, and definitely, you know, companies were always trying to find a way to avoid it, or to, like, you know, just balance in between, and then, well, Epic found a way. So there you go. As Fortnite players, the new discounted prices are in the effect today. So already, if you have Fortnite, you can already purchase those V-Bucks. And Epic says that it will be offering bonus V-Bucks to those who made purchase after July 14th. Which doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, bonus V-Bucks if you purchase later and not now, okay. So people will wait until July 14th. The developer is also giving a new in-game item, the Shooting Star Staff Pickaxe, for free to all active players. Great thing, you know, always, you know, giving stuff for free to all the players is great. And what do you think about that? What do you think about just, you know, Epic showing middle finger to the Google Play and to the App Store, you know, just like, well, guys, sorry, you're not gonna, you know, like, have our 30% of our billions and billions and billions of money. Because, like, if you think about it, you know, just let's even say that's 1 million. 30% of 1 million, that's like what? That's 300,000 around that. If I'm calculating well, so it's Yeah, it's 1,300,000. That's correct. So that is a load of money that just goes to that company, goes to Apple. So not necessarily something that, if you were a company's leader, you're like, I don't really want to share that. So what is your opinion on that topic? Leave the comment down there below. I'm more than happy to read your comments. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye, good night. Take a fantastic rest of the day. Bye.